Welcome to a Heroes of Newerth Hero Spotlight, featuring Adrenaline. This deadly, demonic agility ganker singles out his foes, striking hard and fast with devastating true damage. Adrenaline burns through mana like no other, taking advantage of zero cooldown abilities and confusing enemies right and left with the power of illusion. Several of Adrenaline's abilities summon temporary illusions called fractures. When spawned, fractures automatically attack whichever enemy hero you've targeted, and their strikes benefit from on-attack items such as Nullfire Blade. Fractures last for 5 seconds apiece, and have base stats that scale as a percentage of Adrenaline's. Now that we have that out of the way, take note that Adrenaline's mana pool doesn't operate like most. His core abilities have zero cooldown and cost 1% of his max pool, allowing him to rapid-fire skills very quickly. Adrenaline's Q, Fracture Burst, shoots a projectile out in a target direction, dealing magic damage to the first enemy hero hit, and only a hero. It'll fly straight past creeps. If a hero is successfully hit, the projectile flies into the air for a moment, allowing Adrenaline a chance to regain the full mana cost if he can catch it. The projectile randomly lands anywhere between Adrenaline and his foe, if at a distance. But when Adrenaline is up close, the dagger lands on the opposite side of his enemy. Fracture Burst has no cooldown, but a hefty mana cost, making it worthwhile to practice dagger catching. When Adrenaline fails to catch his dagger, instead a fracture is spawned. With careful aim, Fracture Burst is great for players that position themselves aggressively when laning. Repeated catches will scare an enemy straight out of lane with no cost to Adrenaline. Adrenaline's W is Rush. Passively, it applies stacks of dread to enemies anytime they're hit by Adrenaline or his illusions. These stacks don't have any negative impact on their own, but they can't be purged or avoided, so as they build up, they become quite intimidating. The active of this ability is a 450 distance dash. When Adrenaline dashes into or over an enemy hero with stacks, he instantly deals 20 plus 1% of the enemy hero's max health in true damage for each stack consumed. Rush also has zero cooldown, in case Adrenaline needs a sudden boost in mobility. His E is called Ember Shard. Passively, Adrenaline gains a huge boost to mana regeneration, a percentage of his max mana pool every second. In addition, he regains huge chunks of mana as a bounty for killing enemies, up to 25% for non-hero units, and up to 100% of his mana pool for heroes. Adrenaline's ultimate is Death's Halo. Cast on a target enemy hero, Adrenaline reduces their vision to 400 radius for 2.5 seconds, stunning them and applying a bunch of stacks of dread all at once. Adrenaline disappears for a split second, spawning as one of 6 fractures that appear in a circle around his foe, all immediately auto-attacking this target on spawn. Death's Halo makes Adrenaline's target even more vulnerable to Rush, setting off all the freshly applied dread stacks for a true damage finish. So let's talk about items. Early game, Blood Chalice and a Nullfire Blade for mana burn on your illusions are a great start, with Shrunken Head being an all-around excellent choice as well. For late game items, aim for a Genjuro and Wingbow. Take note that keeping your mana pool low will actually make mana regen items extra effective, since his ability costs are percent-based. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the Adrenaline Hero Spotlight. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave us your comments just below the video.